The guru is live.
Good morning. It's a Wednesday and it's time to build your business bigger than you ever could have imagined. And we're doing that today with our great topic of how do agents get leads? You know, I get asked this all the time as a brokerage owner, been in the business a long time. And, if someone gets licensed and they say, okay, I'm ready to sell something. Where do I get a lead? Where do I get a client? Well, there's a way. There's a whole pathway of doing this. It's probably not as surprising as what you might think, but you got to put it together. You have to work the leads, and there is a plan for doing it, and there is a plan for success, and we're going to break this plan for success down. We're going to make sure you know of it. We're going to make sure you implement it in your life so you're building your business bigger than ever imagined right after this.
So, Rod, what does it mean, 7 minutes to a new career?
Well, in 7 minutes, we can have a cup of coffee, we can talk career goals, and how we're going to help you make the biggest career move in your life.
That's right. There's a lot of things that Mountain Hood Realty has to offer, and Rod is a ball of energy.
I love the career, and I want to share with you my passion for building your business bigger than you ever thought it could be.
Come spend 7 minutes with us. We look forward to it.
Talk to you soon.
The guru is back.
Okay, here we go. Let's get right into it. Sphere. You've all heard of Sphere. Well, let's take a moment and say, let's say you haven't heard of Sphere. Well, the Sphere are your friends. They are your family. Yes, there's a reason why everyone says make a list of your family, because they're the most likely people you're going to sell to early on. In fact, they consistently are the most likely people, friends and family and colleagues that are internal to you. They are the most likely people that you're going to sell to. All right, let's break down Sphere, because Sphere is a big concept. Let's break it down to internal and external stakeholders. What do we mean by stakeholder? I'm not talking about going to the barbecue pit and eating a steak. We're talking internal and external stakeholders. These are the people that internal you have a relationship with. You know of them. You talk to them regularly. They're family. You rely upon them. They rely upon you. These are your close associates. Think about a dartboard. That dartboard, has that bullseye in the middle. The closer you are to the bullseye, the more internal someone is to you. And the closer you are to the bullseye, the more likely you are that you're going to be the one that they think about when they think about buying a home, when that whole topic comes up. Now, what is external? External analysis of stakeholders really depends upon where you're at and what positioning you're in. Everything is external to the bullseye, right? I mean, everything. But you don't have to be in the bullseye to have a relationship. You probably need to be somewhere halfway. Think about the whole dartboard. You need to be kind of that halfway point to be getting good points. Scoring real well. Remember how to play darts. You score better the closer in that you get. There's better points in there. Okay, same thing with stakeholder analysis. Now, external stakeholders, when you get out there far enough towards the edge of the dartboard, these are people that know you, but they're not thinking of you all the time. They know of you, but you don't have a relationship with them yet. And that's okay. These are people you need to have on your sphere. I like to use the concept of the top 30. And if you're going through our program on Kickstarter, we will have you doing the top 30 in your sphere. And it's not going to be just your family. Now, family is always good. Family, friends, and colleagues. Always a great thing. But not all those people are going to be buying homes this year from you. That's not how it works. So you've got your sphere, and then you have what we call the hot 30. The hot 30 are people that from a whole mixture of things you're dealing with, that come into your sphere and are part of your internal sphere, they become your hot 30 if they're looking to buy in the next 12 months. Hopefully the next 6 months, because that becomes really hot. You're showing them places, you're getting them qualified, and you're moving them forward. That's what sphere analysis is. So you think about, what is a sphere? These are the people inside. Now you can have your external people also, but they haven't made it to your internal sphere yet. So be thinking about this. Everybody has it. Before you say to me, and I get this all the time, I have no friends. Yeah, I know. You have no friends. You're just, some wombat somewhere that lives alone and does nothing. That's not true. You have friends, you have family, you have colleagues, you have people that know you. And even bigger than that, we can help you build your business bigger than ever imagined, because we can bring leads in. You can create a relationship, and suddenly, boom, they're part of your sphere because you're creating a relationship with them. This is a skill set. It is absolutely a skill set that you can bring into yourself. So family, of course, family's always first. We rely upon our families for so many things. The number one problem I see with family is that the agent, the person, the licensed person, doesn't let all their family know that they're licensed in real estate and that they are willing to do the deal. I can't tell you how many times someone comes to me and says, well, I can't believe it that Uncle Bob bought from somebody else. Well, did Uncle Bob even know that you are a licensed agent? Did you ever remind Uncle Bob of that? Or did you just mention it one time when you were with Uncle Bob at Aunt Mary's funeral? I better take a drink of coffee this morning and slow it down before I offend somebody. Family only knows what you tell them. Everything else is assumed. You don't want assumptions. That's not how it works, is through assumptions. How it works is you actually tell them. Tell the family this. Here's an easy one for you. Hey, Uncle Bob, I'd like to practice my elevator speech with you because I'm a realtor. But I need someone to practice with. This does two things. This allows you to practice, and this puts Uncle Bob on notice that you're a realtor. And you're just asking to practice. Because then Uncle Bob said, oh, so you're into this. Yes, I'm into it. That's what I'm doing. This is my career of choice. I'm paying attention to the market. I've gotten licensed. I've gotten educated. And now I'm building my career. Okay, that's terrific. And everybody needs to have an elevator speech. An elevator speech, by definition, is that speech you can give while in the elevator between about 3 or 4 floors. So it's, less than a minute, and you need to spit it right out, and it lets people know what you're doing. Okay. You don't want to do, let me take a sip of coffee here for a second. All right. It's Wednesday. Maybe I need to slow down a little bit. I get excited about sphere analysis because everybody has it. They just don't really know what they have. Do people already know that you're a realtor? Are you sure? Just like I said about Uncle Bob not knowing, do your friends and colleagues know? Have you made them fully aware of it? Just handing out a business card. And by the way, I am a huge business card person. I give out thousands of them a year. You should be giving out thousands of them as well. It's the cheapest piece of marketing. And it's a great piece of marketing, but it's the cheapest piece of marketing you'll ever have. But the appropriate way, and today's not necessarily the day for a business card, but I got to throw this in. The appropriate way to give out a business card is not this. Oh, here's a business card. Yeah, I'll throw it on the table for you. That's not how you want to give a business card. You want to hand the person the business card facing towards them so they can see the name and say, here's my business card. I would love to have one of yours when you have it available. So you're exchanging information and you're showing the person the business card. You're introducing yourself. I don't care if it's family, a cousin, a third cousin. Take a look at the table of consanguinity and see how far out they are. I don't care how far out they are. You present the business card to them so that they know what you're doing. Okay. How does family ever help the situation? Family helps in multiple ways, but let me lay out two of them for you right quick this morning. Number one, family might want to buy something in the next year. That's possible. Often not, but it's possible. But family also knows other people. People know people. Come on. This is a business of relationship. Why do you think Facebook actually works? Facebook works because people know people. By the way, I was just contacted by a childhood friend. And if you're out there, by the way, Bruce, hey, giving you a shout out. I hadn't talked to him in 49 years. I met him 50 years ago, and we hadn't spoken in 49 years. But this is how social media works. People know people. People track people down. And it's so much easier now with things like social media. And that's how family works. Because your family knows people that you don't know, but they know the family. And remember, this is the largest asset of people's lives. They're only going to use somebody that they actually trust. They're only going to use somebody that has credibility within them. Part of that credibility can be knowing the family. Wow! This is like built-in credibility. Some built-in cred for you. That's awesome. I love it. One of the easiest ways. It's almost as easy as getting a referral, because we're pushing you every day to build your business. But in a few years, the whole trick to this business is living on referral business. I have agents working for me that they never get a new client. It's all referral clients. Now, you can call that new clients, but what they're not having to do is go get a brand new lead and convince them to work with them. It doesn't work that way for them. It's all referral business. And how you do that easy is using family to spread the word. Because family knows family, and family has friends. That's how it works. And that's how you want it to be working. All right, another sip of coffee this morning. Okay, my Black Rifle Coffee Company coffee this morning. The Blackbeard blend is what I'm still drinking. I love this blend. It's a dark roast South American blend. There's all kinds of coffees out there, and I love many of them. But this particular one, I love it, and I love the company because they spread the word and they support our troops. And I really, really appreciate that. Okay, what else? How else do we build within the sphere? What else is there? Is there, because people say all the time to me, how I used up my family and nobody's buying. How long do you wait for family? Well, you will always wait. Family also, by the way, can be a great harvest of business. Friends, colleagues, a great harvest of business. But you can't wait forever, because they can also make you go broke. I know. By the way, I'd love to hear from you in comments on this, because I know I'm laying out some hard stuff this morning. Family can make you go broke, because family always wants a discount. Family wants a discount. Friends want a discount. Friends will be crying broke. Oh, you're going to make thousands of dollars on this. Of course, they're busy at their job making thousands of dollars as well, while you're out there spending your gas, your time, your efforts, getting licensed and all the fees associated with doing this business, and you're getting nothing for it unless you make a sale. It always looks like you're making thousands of dollars. It always appears that way. But what in reality is happening is you're not making an hourly wage. It doesn't work that way in this business. You're a 1099. You are an independent contractor, and family needs to know that. This is your time. Now, you're going to work hard. You're going to spend lots of time doing. I don't know any realtors out there that are doing the business right and busy doing it that aren't, busy. They're actually busy. They're spending their time. This is the career they've chosen, and it does take a lot of time to put the career together. But you can love it. I know you love it. I know you want this career to be full-time. That's why you got licensed. Okay. So how many of these are potential buyers? How many can you plan out of your sphere to be potential buyers? Well, it's a small percentage. That's why I say you have to bring in your top 30. The top 30 are people. This is going to be friends, family, colleagues, and other people, other leads that we're pulling in with a relationship. You won't sell to anybody without creating a relationship. Over the, lots of years I've been doing this, I can count on one hand the people who have contacted me and said, I don't know you. Would you write an offer on this house for me now? There have been the occasional few. There is the handful of you people over the years that have contacted me out of nowhere and said, I'm interested in that house. Would you write an offer for it? And of those handful that happened, it's even about half of those, which are about 3, that it actually turned out to be something. And I eventually had a relationship with them because that's how the business works. So friends, first is family. Second is friends. Of course, colleagues and other associates come. Remember, we're doing the bullseye. Family is the closest in. Occasionally, a friend can get to that bullseye as well because friends are important. Friends are also, though, close in. You have the relationship with them. You're talking to them all the time. The same questions apply to friends. Same things. When are you going to buy? What are your resources? You've got to know that I'm licensed. I'm here for you. You've given them the business card. You've done the elevator speech, and you're staying in front of them consistently and sending them home. The same criteria applies to all the categories, of course. Now, the further out someone is, you're not going to bug them in the same way that you do an internal sphere person. You wouldn't do that. It's going to be less because you're trying to pull them in and not make it appear that you're some weirdo. I'm going to get in trouble this morning for sure, but you don't want to be looking like you're some odd duck out there just bugging people and stalking them. You go to their Facebook site and you stalk them and say, hey, I seen you were doing this the other day. People find that to be odd. They don't want that. So the first thing you want to know about your sphere to make them part of your top 30, it's a simple question. Can they afford to buy something? Can they actually afford to buy a home? And if they can afford to buy, in what manner can they afford to buy and how much? What financing plan? Who's going to finance? Is it a bank? Is it a friend? Is it family? Is it cash? You don't care. Everyone thinks that we want cash buyers. I never have cared. I don't know if you do or not. I'd like to hear from you in the comments. Do you care if someone's cash or not? I don't care because I get paid the same thing, no matter. The seller, I've often told sellers, why do you care? At the end of the day, you're getting your money. That's a different show, different topic for sure. Let me get back on point here. So you want to make sure that they get qualified and that they are thinking about the process. You should have documents that help them think about the buying process, because it's a tough process. And you are bringing your sphere up to speed along with you. So you're dragging them along. Remember, you're the professional. You're the licensed one. Where do leads come from? This is where they come from. You are helping them negotiate the process of buying a home. You're the professional. You're the one that understands the process. And where do leads come from? They come from your sphere, your friends, your colleagues, people that were leads that now you have a relationship with, and now they are part of your top 30. That's where they come from. They don't come just dropping like rain on you. That's not where leads come from. That's somebody else's. Now, of course, with advertisement and spreading the word, you can grow your sphere substantially. And that growing will always be feeding your top 30. Your top 30 just gets hotter and hotter. First, I say it's the top 30 people that's going to buy in the next year. You want to try to fill that sphere with the top 30 that's going to buy in the next year. Then it's after you build it enough, you're going to have the top 30 that's going to buy in the first 6 months. And then it's the first, and then you have the top 30 that's buying in the 3 months or imminent. It becomes the imminent top 30. That's where we're at. We've been doing this a long time. We have the imminent top 30. But that takes a while to get there. We can get you there. We can build a 6-digit income. Yeah, that's over $100,000. We can get you there. It takes a little time, like any career does. I'm an attorney. You don't just walk out of law school and have a career. It takes time. An accountant just doesn't walk out after becoming licensed and instantly have a business. People tend to think that, by the way. That is not how it works. You don't have an instant built-in. You have to go and work it. And you are a professional just like these other careers. And you have to be working on building your sphere to get it there. Friends and family is where it all starts. No matter where you go, people are going to say, list your friends and family. Now, you're not going to just say, hand them a list. The list is for you. It's not for them. They're having you listed so that you can do an analysis of who's in your top 30. And they can call it the top 10, the top 20. I don't care what you call it. I call it the top 30. Because I want at least 30 people always in my top sphere that I'm working with. I'm sending videos, I'm sending emails, I'm sending text messages, and I'm calling. And I'm sending houses regularly to these people. I'm sending more than that. It's bigger than that. But those people are hearing from me all the time. So what now? Where do we go from here? Well, how do you get more leads into your pipeline? How do you get more people? Remember that social media thing out there? It's huge. 1 in every 2 people on the planet are on social media. Do you need more leads than that? I kind of doubt it. None of us need more than that. You can start harvesting from there. And I know people who don't want to do social media. They want to do the old-fashioned face-to-face. They go to chamber meetings. They go to other clubs, and they network theirself. You know what networking isn't? Networking is not that process of going to a party and drinking. That is bad networking. This is not the show to talk all about networking, but we are talking about sphere and growing your business with leads. And bad networking is going to a party and drinking. Going to a party and actually partying. You need to go to a party and network, and that means you are meeting people and having discussions and doing your elevator speech and becoming memorable in a business way, not a party way. There's a whole process to how to go and network a room and work the room. And it doesn't include getting drunk or using drugs. None of that applies. It never applies, because you will be remembered for doing that and not for being a professional that you are. You are absolutely a professional building your business. Okay, let me sip my coffee one more time here. Always remember that other people are looking. We tend to think that nobody else is out there. Other people are watching. Other people are looking. When we are networking a room and building our leads, we can purchase leads. We have a variety of onlookers to the process. That's good. But you have to be aware of it. You have to be aware of the onlookers that are out there and watching you. Always remember, just like there's cameras going up everywhere now. I mean, can you go anywhere that there's not a camera on you? Think about life at your professional business as being exactly that. You have cameras on you everywhere. That's okay. That's a good thing, because you're a professional and you're building your business, and you want people to see how professional you are in building your business. All right. Always know that leads are expensive. You're going to go out there and you're going to buy a bunch of leads. They're expensive. And you can buy leads in a variety of ways. Notice I'm calling them leads and not clients. They're not part of your top 30. People say, oh, I bought 50 leads. Okay, did you transfer any into clients? Because remember, becoming a client is part of that relationship and pulling them into stakeholder analysis, so they're internal and part of your sphere. It all comes back to that. And always remember that your client is being shopped by somebody else. So you've got to stay in front of it. You've got to stay in front of them. You need to know them by name. You need to know their dogs. You need to know their pets, their children, their spouse. You need to know things about them, so when you get together with them, you can call them out by name, and you are part of the sphere, the internal sphere, the family. You have the relationship. That puts them in the top 30. That makes a relationship that is valuable. We are here to help you build your business larger than ever imagined every day. This is Real Estate Daily. I'm your real estate guru, and we have a course called Kickstarter. It's right down here in the banner. You can go to our Kickstarter course, and we put our money where our coaching is, and that is, it's 100% guarantee money back program. Try us out. We will build your business bigger than ever imagined before. This is Real Estate Daily. I'm your real estate guru, and I'll talk to you tomorrow about building your business even bigger than imagined.